Hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do a nice all sign reading for the channel members here. So let's get right into it. We're going to take a nice little walk around the zodiac wheel and see what every single sign needs to know. So let's shuffle it up right away. We're going to jump right on into Aries and work our way through. I'm going to try to keep it as close to similar as possible for each one time-wise. So let's get it going here, right down to the action. And thank you all for being so patient, my friends. Been having a lot of interesting life changes in recent times. I just became an uncle for the very first time, so that's very exciting. But let's do this all sign reading, then I'll finish off the personals in a few days, early next week. But let's get it going here for Aries. And one more thing for the intro before we fully get into it. Obviously, this is for the channel members. And I'm going to give you guys the option after you guys watch this and enjoy it for a couple days. If you'd like me to make this public to the rest of the subscribers, that's up to you. It's your reading. Obviously, this is one of your perks. So if you're not a member and you're seeing this, you should thank the channel members because they let me know that they'd like you to see it. If you think any of the information is valuable to them, we'll just leave it like that. So let me know down below. Either way, it's cool on my behalf. I just figured I'd give you guys the option to share it after you enjoy it a while. But let's get it going here. We're going to jump on into Aries. Don't want to take up too much time on the intro. And we're going to go similar to how I've been doing the personals. I'll do like a 6-card spread and we'll do some free flowing type of energy, see what shows up for you. So what does Aries need to know, my gods? What's happening for the Rams, my sun sign? All right, yeah, we do have some 5 of Pentacles here right in the front end. Yeah, so someone might be in the feelers in the coming days and weeks. Let's get a couple more, right? It's only one little piece to the story. 5 of Pentacles. All right, we got the Empress, completely different type of vibe. Could be Libra, Taurus energy showing up around you as well. Let's get a few more out here and we'll keep rolling. Someone's sense of stability could be a little shooken in this time. Obviously, doesn't have to be you. We have some air sign energy showing up with the King of Swords on the back end. Let's get 3 more here. What do we have for the 5 of Pentacles? So I'm liking the elements we have going. We have a lot of earth. We have some air showing up. Okay, very determined energy right here on the front end. Okay, and I just want to get all the cards out before we really break it down. But whoever is going through the feels is really fighting a good fight. Okay, hopefully it's not somebody being a little combative, right? I mean, I know Aries, since I am one, we're not afraid of a little combat from time to time. Something could be changing here, okay? And this is what you need to know, but the way the energy is flowing and changing, like something could be re-emerging. I'm already picking that up. But we'll see what other messages we have here for you, Aries. King of Swords, thank you. Okay, yeah, so I am seeing improvement here, which is a very good thing, because let's go through the spread and I'll give you my little breakdown piece by piece. I'm picking up several distinct energies here that could be yours or other people. But on the top row with the 5 of Pentacles, we have the Empress, the King of Swords. That could be seen as positive depending on how we look at it, but with all this earthy Venus type of energy, there could be a focus on the material, the work. But right on this front end with the 5 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands, either it's someone feeling very combative or protective here, or they're just really going through something deep emotionally, right? And how that could be you or somebody else, but this is like a hard knock. Like I'm kind of picking that up, like someone feels like they've been knocked on their butt, knocked on their ass. But moving to the center, we have the Empress with the 4 of Swords in the upright. So we are getting this little change and shift over of the energy where somebody wants to change something or switch it up, right? So whether that's you or somebody else, it's like, all right, whatever's happening right now isn't working for my benefit. I'm not really feeling this energy. So something needs to switch and change, especially if you're trying to invite this beautiful Venus abundance energy in here. Now, for a portion of you, like I said, if you're dealing with a Taurus or even a Libra here with this energy, this could be a very good sign if they've been going through a difficult time. But moving to the back end, the King of Swords with the 6 of Swords, it's like revamping the energy. So I did say there's a possible reemergence, but I see a revamping of the energy because when we go from this front end all the way to the back, this is distinctly different. Whereas this one is like down in the dumps, like could be a little gloominess, depression, hurting. On this back end, it's like, okay, let's go. Let's keep it moving here. Very intellectual. So someone's getting their mind right here, okay? Whether it's you or somebody else, it's like, all right, let me use my mental faculties here. Let me be logical about whatever situations we're going through. I don't want to get caught in this mode, so I'm going to switch it up to here. So for a portion of you, if you've been going through any rough patches, rough things in this time, Spirit could be asking you to lean into your intellectual faculties in this time, be open with communication. But the one thing I do really like here, and what you need to know, is things you may have been dealing with that have been a thorn in the side, things that may be bugging you or even having you down in the dumps. There is this shifting, malleable type of energy that's happening in Aries, okay? So whether it's coming from your side, someone else's side, because there are other distinct energies that we're picking up here, very air sign heavy, because half the spread is air sign or air energy. So watch the thoughts in this time, watch the mind, don't get trapped in your mind. You could be prone to overthinking a little more than normal. But if you feel like something needs to change, if something's not working for you, you could make it happen. Okay, like with this sharp mental faculties on this back end, you could absolutely make it happen and have that switch up, whatever it might be. Because when I get that King of Swords, Six of Swords energy, it's like full steam ahead. Like I got it, I have the plan, I have the strategy, I have the determination, and I'm going to make it happen. So this could be Spirit asking you to really embrace your confidence. And I know us Aries, we are known for being pretty confident, overconfident from time to time. Spirit could be asking you to re-find your confidence in someone or something when we have this energy. So I do see improvement, which I really do like. I would tell you, if I was picking up like red flag after red flag after red flag, this feels like things are shifting and changing in a very positive direction. The only other note that I'll make here, because the center could be blessings, like I said, it could be something changing for the better, but this front end, the Seven of Wands, I do have to mention it. It could be someone feeling trapped, cornered, imprisoned in one way or another. So when I get this in the front end, someone you're connected to energetically could feel like a victim of circumstance in one way or another. Like, oh, well, if only it was different, if only the circumstances were different. But they're not putting in tons of energy to like make something shift, so you might have to do it. That's another thing I'm picking up here, Aries. Like if this other person or this other energy isn't willing to change the game or change the energy, Spirit might want you to take the bull by the horns and make it happen. Okay, because the way the energy is flowing, it is showing up. So use your smarts, use your brains. That's a big thing here. And I'm liking this. Okay, so whatever is burdened, whatever is downtrodden could be coming in for a beautiful change. Just logically, think logically. So if you want to screenshot that, feel free. We're going to keep it moving here throughout the zodiac. I'm going to try to not get hung up too long on any sign. All right, so we're going to move on over to Taurus now. So let's get a good shuffle or two here for my lovely Taurus friends. And I hope you are all doing fabulous. Okay, I always like the Taurus readings. They're interesting to me because it's always a complete different vibe than what I usually get in mine. What do we have for Taurus, please? Okay, it's a beautiful, earthy, grounded type of energy. But that Venus, right? I love Venus energy. It's something I really like. And in my own personal chart, the only thing I really have in Taurus is my Mars. But that's besides the point. Let's see what's happening with my Taurus people here. Let's get you 6 cards and we'll just free flow this. What's happening? All right, yeah. So this isn't feeling as stuck as I was feeling with the Aries energy in the very beginning here. We have Judgment, which is starting off with a boom. It's beautiful. It's angelic. You also have the Page of Swords here. Like there could be a situation or something that you have your sights set on. Okay, there could even be someone like peeping you out in one way or another. But the Page of Swords, yeah, for me, it feels like eyes are set on something. Okay, we have some Ten of Swords on the back end. This might be a little bit of a warning. It all depends, but it's what you need to know. So that could be a past Ten of Swords. We have the Knight of Cups in the upright. Oh, someone or something could be moving towards you very, very quickly, energetically here with this Knight of Cups. Let's see what's up with that Page of Swords. Thank you. Queen of Cups. Lots of water underneath. Okay, so even if you're not showing it for a lot of Tauruses in this time, your inner world, and I'm already picking that up with what we have up top and now what's happening in the bottom. There's a lot of intense energy inside right now. Let's get you one more under that Ten of Swords. Thank you. Okay, Seven of Swords in reverse. And this is prototypical Taurus type of energy here. It's like, okay, if I see any BS, if I see any games, if something feels off or even seems off, I'm not dealing with it. I'm going to put an end to it. I'm going to stop it. So I'm picking that up on the back end. So let's go through this real quick, Taurus. And once again, I'll say, similar to the Aries reading, there's distinct energies I'm picking up here with the Page of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups. These could be individuals or people. We have a lot of air energy here with all these swords. So once again, I always say in tarot, swords and cups to me are internal energies. So with all this stuff happening here, very intense energy internally. So you might be really feeling things on a very deep level, okay? Doesn't necessarily mean you're in Ten of Swords mode, but there's like an intensity. And for a lot of the Tauruses I know, generally they're cool, easygoing, chill type of individuals, and you might be displaying that on the outside, but there's just this inner intensity I'm picking up in your spread. But let's go through one by one, piece by piece. And as I said, lots of energy, lots of water sign energy, lots of air sign energy. So these could be people you're linked to. We have almost a whole family unit showing up here. So for some of you, there could be something linked to the family or family unit. But in position number one, Judgment with the Knight of Cups in the upright. We are starting with a bang, starting with a boom. You could be changing your feelings on something in a big way, or your outlook, how you view things, whether it be in love. I mean, for some of you, if you're watching for that, if you're going through romantic things, this energy is moving towards you with the Knight of Cups, right? This is Prince Charming. This is action as well. So this could be some sort of romance coming in if that's not something you're dealing with here. You might have a decision to make in that realm as well, okay? Whether it's really up to you, whatever it is that's going through, like might be in your hands when we have this type of energy, but it's action, it's movement, and I like it. But just know with all this emotional intensity, you could really be changing your views, your feelings, your emotions about different things. There could be sudden changes of heart in this time as well. But I like that we're moving. There's angelic protective energy here for you as well. So just know you're being watched and guided and loved. But in the center, this is where it gets a little bit funky. We have this Page of Swords with the Queen of Cups in the upright. Now, if those aren't people, once again, this internal intensity is showing up here. Someone's watching but not saying something. So whether it's someone watching you and they're keeping the lip zipped, or whether there's a situation or a person that you're keeping tabs on, it's like, all right, I'm watching the situation. I'm watching how this unfolds. I'm not going to say what I'm going to do. I'm not going to say what my next move is. Like, that's a wait and see type of energy I'm picking up here in the center. So there could be a lot of things, maybe Spirit's asking you to do that if that's not something you're doing right now. Like, take a wait and see approach. Watch it, keep your eye on it, but you don't have to share it, okay? But I like the cups in the upright. It's not bad. Now, if this is someone, the energy of somebody else, there are very deep feelings here. There's very deep, powerful emotion and attachment. With the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups, these are very loving, emotional types of vibes. So if you have been having issues or problems with those that you're very close to, just know there's a lot of love and care here, even if it's not being expressed, because I'm seeing that in the middle. There's like this deep emotional connection, but it's not being expressed for one reason or another. Now, when we get to the back end, we have the Ten of Swords with the Seven of Swords in reverse. Very intriguing. And like I said in the beginning, this is Taurus energy. It's like, okay, I'm not dealing with the Seven of Swords type of energy. Okay, like if I suspect something's off, if I suspect that someone's being a snake or being underhanded or lying, I don't have time for it. I will put a stop to it, even if it hurts me myself. Okay, that's just what I'm picking up here. Take it or leave it, because whether that's your energy or someone else's, it's like, okay, well, if I even get a small sense that something is off here, I'll Ten of Swords the whole situation. I'll shut this down. So I can't wait to do your reading this weekend, because this is telling me, like, yeah, you might be putting your foot down about certain things as well. But whatever situations you're going through, Taurus, I feel like you might have a good handle on it with whatever it is. But if something just seems off, if it doesn't seem right, I could feel you pulling the plug on things in this time. But just know there's all this intensity that you should really keep tabs on. So please take a screenshot of that. Interesting energy check. And I feel like the main thing I was picking up for the Taurus collective is so much inner intensity here that you need to know about and keep stock of. Let's keep moving. There is love, there's care, all that stuff. But we're going to keep it moving over to Gemini now. Interesting reading, my friends. So let's get a couple of quick shuffles here for Gemini. Please and thank you. Might have to take a little sip of a drink in a moment here, my Gemini friends. Well, all my friends, actually. So what do we have for Gemini here? What does Gemini need to know? So I will say this, the first couple of readings of the Zodiac were completely different types of vibes, right? Like there were some similarities, but different energies people are operating from. So what's happening here? Gemini, please. Thank you. just had an itch in my beard. That was odd. So what's happening, my gods? Let's get 6 cards here for my lovely Geminis. Okay. Page of Cups almost came out, but it didn't. We have the King of Swords once again. So this seems to be a very common card we're picking up in this all sign reading. So whether it's a lot of people in a very similar state, similar mode, we could be focused on planning, strategy. I mean, that is one of your power cards as well. Okay. Yeah, waiting patiently on something here with the 7 of Pentacles. This could be a very karmic type of energy and card. Then we have the Magician on the back end. So these are very powerful universal energies surrounding you, Gemini. So Spirit could be saying that. We have the manifestation showing up here already before I get the next cards out. So that could be something you need to know, like keeping the mind right, because the manifesting is happening on a high level. It might be amped up in this time. But let's get a couple more out here. What do we have for that King of Swords? Thank you. Okay, yeah. So here's the fire, air in the beginning with the 5 of Wands. All right, I see you not taking any crap in this time, Gemini. Okay, you might be very strict in your ways in this time. Okay, not talking to someone either. Okay. So another theme I'm picking up with a lot of the all signs, or a lot of the signs in this week's all sign reading, is there's distinct energies, okay? Various distinct energies. So I feel like we're obviously not talking about you, but we have a possible happy ending here, Gemini, with whatever it is you're dealing with and going through with this 6 of Wands on the back end. So lots of fire here. So similar to some other readings, like, yeah, there's like calmer energies on the surface, but underneath there's all this fire and passion. So for a lot of you, I've been seeing it for you in recent weeks in your regular readings, all this fire in the clarifier position is just very intense. Now let's go through piece by piece and I'll tell you what I'm feeling. Now initially, what you need to know is that whatever you're focused on, you're thinking about or waiting on, there is an absolute possibility that these manifestations can come in. But I have this very strong mental focus. In position number 1, the King of Swords with this 5 of Wands in the upright, to me, it just felt like no games, no nonsense type of mode. So for a lot of you, if you're not having conflict with another air sign, when I get this 5 of Wands underneath the King of Swords, it's like, okay, I'm not taking any crap. I don't want to deal with it. I'm not dealing with this. I've dealt with this long enough. So you could be getting a little fed up in this time with someone or something a little volatile here with this fire-air combination. Now, for another portion of you, it could be determined. Okay, so you might be determined to see something through, or determined for it to go your way, and that it can, with what we're picking up here on the back end, absolutely, like whatever your desire is, whatever you might be watching for, can really be had the way this energy is playing out. But moving to the center, this is where we get the little speed bump in the energy. We have the 7 of Pentacles, waiting on that harvest. What you put forth, you get back in return. But when I get the Page of Wands in reverse underneath the 7 of Pentacles, it tells me 2 main messages here. One, either there's someone you're purposely not really communicating or talking to, or someone that's purposely trying to withhold communication from you. So I'm picking up this little gap, this little separation or distance in the energy. Take that however it hits. But another thing, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to wait until I have to say something. That's like another thing that I'm feeling here. But the Page of Wands in reverse could also be someone that has spent a lot of energy and they just need a little recuperation. So with the way the energy is playing out, maybe there is something you want to do or something you really want to go your way, but you just don't have the spoons in this time. You don't have the energy, or it's not within your hands at this time. 7 of Pentacles with the Page of Wands in reverse does tell me, like, okay, you might need a little quiet time. There's kind of like an energy of a break here as well. So give yourself a break mentally, emotionally, physically, because it is showing up here and it is something that Spirit wants you to know. Okay, it's okay to take breaks sometimes. Okay, whether it's for yourself or whether it's with other individuals. Now, moving to the back end, this is where we get the happy ending. We have the Magician with the 6 of Wands in the upright. This is beautiful, triumphant, victorious energy here. So even if you do experience delays, or even if you're going through a choppy time, or you're being tested in one way or another, this tells me that things can and will swing your way. This is a beautiful vibe and energy. Now, the only thing I will say about this 6 of Wands, it can represent confidence. So if there's a person you're connected to that's overly confident, or they're just egotistical, maybe Spirit's telling you, like, hey, separate yourself from that energy for the time being. but there is something that you are creating or you're manifesting a result that Spirit might also want you to be confident. Like, all right, just know that you already have it. Know that you already have this desired outcome. It doesn't matter what the current circumstances are. Know that this can and will go your way, and be confident in it and believe it. So we have an interesting mixture of energy here, especially with this on the front end, losing possible patience, moving to the middle, being forced to be patient, needing a little break. But in the end, your manifestation's coming to fruition if you're confident in them and you keep your mind right. So please, Gemini, take a screenshot of that. I hope that helped. We're going to keep it moving here. We're going to move on over to Cancer, the Cancerian. So let's get a couple shuffles here and see what we got. Okay, and remember, you could apply this to relationships, you could apply it to work or life in general, right? It's all in the eye of the beholder, my friends. So let's see what Cancer has, my guys. What's happening? We're hitting 1/3 point of the zodiac, so I just want to shuffle this up real good before we pull the cards. What do we have for Cancer, please? First water sign of this reading. Okay, I'm already feeling energies here before I even started pulling cards, so we might have an interesting one on our hands. And everyone knows that Cancerians are very in tune energetically, and I'm already picking it up. Like, your emotional attunement or your energetic attunement is like a little extra in this time. Yeah, Ten of Swords here in the beginning. Okay, so obviously that could be a little bit of a warning. We could be speaking about an ending or some sort of pain when the Ten of Swords is here. Let's get a couple more, because this is only a small piece of the story. Yeah, so a lot of you might feel like something's starting to stabilize, okay? Or whatever pain this is, whatever loss the Ten of Swords could be stabilizing, which can be very nice. And I've been feeling that intensity. I want to get more cards out. All right, yeah, here's that new beginning. So this is beautiful, Cancer. I'm really liking how this is starting to play out for you, okay? Especially with like a 10 and an ace. Let's get 3 more cards. But things could really start to stabilize for a lot of you. And once things stabilize, things are going to really kick into gear. Okay, 9 of Wands in the upright. Yeah, makes sense. All right, the vibe of someone trying to protect themselves, whether it's protecting one's heart or just protecting themselves or feeling protective, territorial. A lot of Cancerians could even be over family members, just like feeling very protective over someone. Okay, now that could be taken to the extreme as well. Maybe there's someone feeling that way towards you. Okay, yeah, beautiful. All right, you're gonna have a bonus here, Cancer. We got our good friend, the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself without a beard, clarifying that Ace of Pentacles. So the first thing I'm seeing here is, although we start a little rough and skeptical, there's a possible beautiful happy ending we have here for you, Cancer. Your bonus is the Hanged Man, which tells me you really might not have to make much action in this time. Okay, and we're picking it up in the center as well. So let's go through piece by piece and see what you need to know. Now, in the beginning, we have the Ten of Swords with the 9 of Wands in the upright, the fire-air combination happening. And I did say, maybe you've recently been through a Ten of Swords. It's all on a spectrum. Ten of Swords doesn't have to be the sky falling. It could be something that you're still holding a little bit of pain over, whether it is a loss or an ending. But when I see the 9 of Wands under it, the wounded warrior, it's like, okay, I've seen this before. I've been through this before, and I'm not going to do it again, which makes sense. This 9 of Wands goes very well with the 10 of Swords because it's somebody trying to avoid it. Avoid disaster, avoid a worst case scenario. And I'm still picking up that heavy vibe that for a lot of Cancerians in this time, whether it's family or people you're very closely connected to, there's this strong energy of someone feeling very territorial or protective. Okay, now if that's how someone's feeling towards you, hopefully they're not taking it to the extreme, because in the extreme it could possibly feel like a little too much or a little smothering, possibly. But let's not get hung up there. For a lot of you, if you're not trying to look out for yourself or protect yourself, it's just that energy in general. Like, I'm picking up like that mama bear type of energy. Now, moving to the center, we have the Hierophant with Judgment in reverse. I don't know why my brain caught a blank there, but when these are very spiritual, powerful types of energies, and when I see this alignment together, if you're not connected to a Taurus, this is Spirit telling you, like, hey, you're not gonna, don't do much right now. So that spirit saying like, hey, don't do what you think you need to do. Don't do this, don't do that. Think before you act. Like that's a vibe I'm picking up here heavily, Cancer. So regardless of the situations you're going through, like think before you act. Like think twice, think thrice. Because we have it here with the Hanged Man and straight up the center. Don't make big moves in this time. Okay, don't shake things up, because we do have a good result coming in. But when I have this Hierophant with this card, Judgment in reverse, it's like, okay, you don't have to do a thing right now. What you need to do is do nothing for the time being. And I know that's an odd type of energy to come through, and it's something that might sound a little off with whatever it is you're going through, but sometimes doing nothing is the best course of action. Okay, so whether it is rejuvenation for yourself, or Spirit saying like, hey, it'll work itself out, the situation will do what it has to do. Okay, I'm also picking up this is an energy that has either been in your life for a very long time or one that will be. Okay, so if that's not something you have right now, there's a possibility, especially with the Hierophant, Judgment in reverse. This is a rock solid energy. It's not leaving. So whatever energies could come in this time, they could stay for a very long time. There's long lasting implications. When we get to the back end, we have the Ace of Pentacles with our good friend, the King of Cups in the upright, which is one of your cards. So when we get him having his little drink, having his little beverage, it's emotional control, yes, but it is indicating you, all right? If you're not connected to another water sign, this Ace of Pentacles above it is just beautiful types of energy. So that's opportunity coming your way, a golden opportunity possibly. And I feel like that's what you need to know. And it's all throughout the spread. It's like, okay, be protective, watch your back, protect yourself, protect your heart, protect your family. But think before you act, think before you do things, because these opportunities are coming at you magnetically. These opportunities are coming at you like instinctively. So it feels very good to me. Now with the King of Cups, if we're not talking about you here, it doesn't matter male, female, or anything in between. This is emotional control, it's emotional balance, and it also represents love. So for a lot of you, there's this beautiful energy of love coming in for a lot of the Cancerians, okay? So whether it's relationships or familial, something is going to turn out well. Just try not to stir the pot too much. That's the big vibe I'm getting, especially with the Hanged Man back here chilling, because it's like reiterating what we have here down the center. Okay, so please take a screenshot. I'm getting a win in the end, okay? And you don't have to do much to do it. And you know me, I'm a very action-oriented type of person where I say, all right, if you want something, you got to get it. If you want something, you got to make action. This is kind of telling us an opposite story. So you don't have to do much here. Please take that screenshot. Let's keep it moving here. Let's get to the lovely Leos, guides and spirit team. Let's see what's happening. And it's been an interesting thing that I've been picking up in all the signs is where like, yeah, we've been having a little tough energy in each one, but I'm liking that the back ends of the spreads are coming in nice. So let's shuffle it up a couple times for the Leos here. My guides, talk to me. What does a Leo need to know? I'm just waiting on that first reading where it's like all positive or all warning, because those usually come, right? I mean, all these signs, they do have similar threads going through them, but I just want to shuffle this up real nice for you, Leo. What do we got? Let me take a little sip of my drink. Pardon me, my friends, but let's get you 6 cards. What's happening for my Leos? My lovely friends. Okay, all right, we have the Lovers here in position number 1. Partnerships could be very high priority, whether that is one or relationships in general. I like the Lovers, it's good. Gemini energy. Let's get a few more. 10 of Cups. We're looking good here, Leo. I don't want to speak like too much. I don't want to get too excited here because we're looking okay so far. Let's get more. What does Leo need to know? Okay, 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is someone who might be like, okay, well, when I find what I want, I'm never letting it go. Or like, this is happy and I'm not letting it go. I refuse to let it go. I'm not going to let it go, whether it's a person or whether it's a situation in general. It's like, I know what this means to me. I know what it means. I'm not letting this go. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, not wanting something new. It's like, yeah, no, well, yeah, maybe there's new coming in, but I don't want it. I want familiarity. That's like, Leo, I'm picking up a lot of things here, my friends. Picking up a lot of things. So I don't know if this is yours or somebody else's. We got the Wheel of Fortune, so we're looking good so far. I do have those little little vibes. And I mean, it makes sense when something's beautiful, when something's good and it's everything. I understand never wanting to let it go, right? But let's get that Four of Pentacles clarified here. Okay. Eight of Pentacles in the upright, willing to work on something. Okay. Even in the times where it's not Ten of Cups. It's a very powerful reading here, Leo. Okay. Now, I'm not sure how many members are Leos here, but the energies look very good and powerful. But let's breeze through. Now, in the top portion with the Lovers, the Ten of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, it's like, all right, this is everything. This is what I want, and I am not letting it go. Okay. So whether you feel that way in general, like, okay, well, when someone or something comes in and it checks all the boxes, I will know and I will never let this go. Or that could just be how someone's feeling right now. It's like, well, that makes me happy. Okay, well, that makes me happy. I love this. I love this person. I love this situation. There's a big focus on the family unit here as well, Leo. And these don't feel like bad energies. But in the first position with the Lovers, whether it is soul ties with romance, whether it's soul ties with people we're close to, there is this family unit thing happening here as well. Whether it's two people creating a family or there's just a lot of that surrounding you. But I'm liking how it's feeling so far. But in position number one, the Lovers with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it's not telling me that, like, okay, well, yeah, maybe this person wasn't the right opportunity for you. Or if that is ever said, it's like, no, I don't want to hear that. When I get the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, all right, I don't want another opportunity. I don't want other opportunities. This Ace of Pentacles in reverse is like, no new. Soul tie, soul connection, I recognize it for what it is, no new. I don't want it. Don't want to entertain it. Okay, so not saying that's you. It could be someone else that's feeling that way. It's like, all right, well, I already know what I like. I already know what I want. Moving to the center, we have the Ten of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. One of the best alignments you could have in the whole entire reading. This is true happiness. There's a very strong emotional tie here, especially with the Lovers and how all this energy is sweeping together. It's like, all right, yeah, this is it. This is it. This is everything. We have the karmically connected as well. But when I see that Wheel of Fortune, you already know something could be changing or turning in your favor. So for a lot of you, it could be suddenly. Someone or something coming in very suddenly or changing suddenly. So for a lot of Leos, you could be going through big life changes. And that's something Spirit might want you to know. Like, all right, now's a big time where the wheel is turning and it's moving towards happiness, even if it's not there just yet. Because there's a little bit of skepticism here on the back end. Now let's talk about it. When we get to the back end, we have the Four of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles. And I have to mention, my friends, I'm sorry if I knocked that a little off its bearings, but when I get half of the spread with Pentacles, there could be a focus on the monetary here as well. It doesn't just have to be work. I mean, it doesn't just have to be relationships. It's like an even balance of both, where we have like relationships, family, but also the monetary and work. So the focus could be there. But the Eight of Pentacles is putting effort forth. And when I see it underneath the Four of Pentacles, yeah, maybe it is a job situation where you feel trapped in, where it's like, I have to keep this. Or you feel trapped in a monetary situation. But the main vibe I'm picking up is like, okay, well, when it comes in, when it's perfect, when I don't want to let it go, I will continue to put effort in towards it. Like this energy, I'm not letting it go anywhere. And I've been picking that up since the beginning, which could be good, right? If this is a valuable person or a valuable situation or anything that has a lot of value, it's like, okay, well, once I get my hands on it, it's mine forever. Like that's just what I'm picking up. Could be yours or someone else's. Always remember that. But the Eight of Pentacles is very good to me. And that's how long-lasting things work, right? Nothing is Ten of Cups, Wheel of Fortune forever, right? Everything goes through cycles, ups and downs. So if you want to hold on to it, you got to put work into it. So that could be something Spirit wants you to know as well. If you want it, if you want to keep it, you got to keep working for it. So we have a lot of interesting messages here. Obviously, you could rewatch it again, but please take a screenshot. We're going to keep it moving. I'd say overall here, Leo, there's a lot of people, energy, relationships around you, but someone does not want to let go of something or will not. If this is something that's coming into your life soon, it's very, very big. So please screenshot that. Let's keep it moving through the zodiac. Trying to keep these even for everybody. That was a different one, all right? Now, the first few, they had some interesting similarities, but yours was different for sure. Let's move in on Virgo. Let's get a couple good shuffles here for my lovely Virgos. See what Virgo needs to know, please, my guys. What's happening? What's happening with my lovely Virgos here? get another shuffle and see what's up. Interesting energy I'm feeling so far. Could be something you're really analyzing in this time, or something could pique your interest. Okay, whether it's over-analyzing, I'm already getting that message before I pull the cards out. It's like something or someone might pique your curiosity or your interest in this time in a very powerful way. Let's get 6 cards. What do we have for the Virgos? Thank you. All right, Page of Swords. Yeah, there it is. Like someone or something's interest being piqued. Okay, because we get the Watcher of the Tarot deck as the very first card. Makes sense here. So whether you're piquing someone else's interest or something, it has attention. That's a big vibe here. Not a lot of action towards it for some reason, though. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Not a ton of action towards it. So it's interesting. Got your eye on it, or someone might have their eye on you, but there's not a lot of movement here. Overthinking. Okay, 8 of Swords. Let's get 3 more and really start to piece this together. And I did say that before I even started pulling cards. Could be something you're analyzing, thinking about. Someone could be trying to build up their confidence here as well. That's another thing with the Queen of Wands. So you might be trying to build your confidence up. Maybe someone's building... It could be the other way around. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups in the upright. So many people here, Virgo. So many people in your energy this week. Like 4 of the 6 cards are court cards, which is a rare thing. We have Temperance here in the upright underneath 8 of Swords. So let's talk about this, my friends. So much energy in yours. Okay, so I'm not seeing a lot of the Virgo cards showing up here. Now, of course, the Knight of Pentacles could be a Virgo card, so maybe that's you showing up here with this Knight of Cups, like wanting to offer emotion or wanting to make moves or move something forward. That's a big possibility. But the way this feels to me, especially on the top row, we'll go piece by piece, with the Page of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, like, sorry, I'm analyzing this, something has my interest, something has my attention, and I'm watching it for the time being, not seeing big moves, but there's this overthinking. And whether it's you or somebody else, there is someone in the thoughts, in the brain. Now, on the front end here, with all these people, with the Page, Queen, double Knights, if these aren't literal people you're connected to, this could just be a lot of different energies affecting you or things going on internally. But with this Page of Swords, Queen of Wands, like there's an interest here as well. Remember, the Queen of Wands, if this is not a fire sign or a fire sign you're connected to, this is a confident, beautiful, sexy, powerful type of energy. So when I see it underneath this Page of Swords, it's like, So maybe someone is looking at you as if you're the Queen of Wands, right? Like, that looks nice. They look nice. They look good to me. Or you could be looking at someone in the same way. But a big vibe that I was picking up initially with this Page of Swords, the Watcher, if there's not a person watching you or vice versa, like with this Queen of Wands, it's like, all right, building up the confidence, not approaching just yet, I just need to get my bearings straight, or I just need to build up to this. So just know, if you've been having difficulties with someone in a specific way, there's like this slow build of confidence happening. Now, moving to the center, I love this mixture. We have the Knight of Pentacles with the Knight of Cups in the upright. So we mix the water and earth together. That speaks of possibilities. So whatever's showing up here in the energy, whatever situations, there are still possibilities to be had. Just know that. Even if you're having difficulties with people, Knight of Cups is silky smooth, easy going, easy flowing, Prince Charming type of energy. If you're not connected to a water sign here, this is emotional offers. This is a card that could represent love as well. And I just really love it when it mixes with this Knight of Pentacles. And there could be someone like just trying to get their inner world right. When I'm picking this up, that's a vibe I'm getting here. Is like, okay, well, they might seem like they're not doing nothing or they're not making any moves, but they're just getting that inner world or those emotions right. There's love and care showing up as well. Okay, so whether it's all one situation or different ones, there is a lot of love and care right here in the center. And it is movement forward, but it might take a little bit. Okay, now I know you might not want to hear that depending on what you're going through, but it might take a little bit to progress. Now, getting to the back end, this is where we get reassurance from Spirit. We have the 8 of Swords, which is overthinking, trapped, nervous, anxious. That might be a mode somebody's in here, but we have The beautiful Temperance card, the Defender, Archangel Michael, represents the sign of Sagittarius. So we have Saggy showing up here a couple different times. But this is the Protector to me. And it does speak about patience. So when I see it underneath this Eight of Swords, spirits could probably be saying, and I don't want to negate or minimize anything you're going through, but Spirit could be asking you not to make a mountain out of a molehill. Like, all right, listen, don't make anything bigger than it needs to be. Don't overthink it. Don't psych yourself out. With this Temperance card, it's like, take a breath. Everything will be okay. All in due course. Okay, so like, someone needs to not make a mountain out of a molehill. That's the big thing. Now, when I look at this energy as a whole, I do like this ending. I'm not saying this energy is stressing for no reason. There could be reason for it, especially if you're experiencing delays. But the way it looks to me is like, all right, everything's going to be okay. And that's something Spirit is saying. Now, once again, quick to go through it. Page of Swords, Queen of Wands. Someone has their eyes on something. It either looks really good or appealing, or they're building up confidence. There's a lot of potential. There's a lot of love and care possible. But there's forward movement and momentum. It just might take a little time. And don't overstress or overthink things in this time. Easier said than done though, right, Virgo? But please take a screenshot if you want to look into that further. Let's keep moving through this zodiac here. Let's clear these cards up. Interesting read. So we're going to move on in to the Libras, the lovely, lovely Libras. Let's shuffle it up a few times here, my guides and Spirit team. What does Libra need to know? What does Libra need to know? I mean, we're past Libra season at this point. But Spirit always has messages for all of us, right? What do we have for Libra? Just want to get a nice, good shuffle here so we mix it all up good. What's happening with the Libras? What do they need to know? All right, so this is a different energy than I was feeling for the Virgo one. Okay, and I'm getting like a warmth here in my solar plexus for some reason. So take care of your digestive. I don't know why I'm getting that message, but please take care of like your digestive tract, your stomach. Might have like tightness in the stomach. I'm getting a lot of different things already. Get one more shuffle for Libra. Something with the digestive tract. I mean, take it if it hits, right? Hopefully you're not having like heartburn or anything like that. Could just be tightness. Let's get you 6 cards. What do we have for Libra? I feel like I needed to give you guys extra shuffles. What do we got for my friends? Thank you. Okay. So we have the Emperor in position number 1, big Aries energy, which is your opposite sign here. So you might need to have a bit of a different approach if that's not literally a person you're connected to here in this wall sign. You also have the 7 of Wands. Okay. Could be conflict. It could be determination and good, though. I don't want to speak on it too much, but there could be someone feeling a bit conflicted with that energy. Okay, we have the Hanged Man, not a ton of movement here. So someone might feel like they're running up against a brick wall, or there could be a block of some sort when we have this type of energy. Let's keep going. Let's get 3 more. Okay. 3 of Pentacles reversed underneath this Emperor, huh? Yeah, this is a lone wolf right here type of energy where someone's like, all right, I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself. I don't need help. I'll do it myself. Yeah, no, I don't care. As we move over the 2 of Swords and reverse on the 7 of Wands, it's like, yeah, no, I really don't care for that information. Let's keep it moving. So this could be various different people. Okay, here's the spark right at the very end here. And I was wondering if it was ever going to come. Now let's go through it real quick, Libra, and I'll tell you what I've been feeling. Because in the top, we have the Emperor, the 7 of Wands, and the Hanged Man. The zodiac signs that we have showing up is Aries, obviously, possible Scorpio or Virgo showing up as well with the Hanged Man. But it was like, okay, well, I'm going to take charge of this, and I'm going to fight for it. I'm going to have determination, and then there's like this blockage showing up. So in the energy, there could be a blockage between you and someone, or you and a goal. That's a big possibility. Maybe there is something you need to stop fighting against as well. It's like, all right, well, don't fight it. Let it do what it does. Like, that's another thing I'm picking up. It's like, all right, you don't have to be the Emperor here. You don't have to fight it. You just need to let it run its course. Let it do what it does, which that's just a huge vibe I'm picking up. Now, when we see Emperor energy, and we'll start making our way over piece by piece, as I said, that is your opposite sign. And Aries and Libra, they generally want the same things out of life and the same thing out of relationships and connections, except Aries approaches it in a totally different way. Okay, where as Libra is a little more democratic and caring of other people's feelings, people say Aries, and I am one myself, they say that we could be a little selfish sometimes, or, all right, well, I'm going to make sure I have this. When I see it with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, watch out for issues with authority figures in this time. That's a big warning, Spirit, showing up here. Now, I know I was speaking about relationships and all this other stuff, but with the Emperor and the Three of Pentacles in reverse, watch out for yucky work situations or authority figures here, okay? Because there might be an authority figure that you're connected to that is very difficult to work with, or a divine masculine energy that could be very difficult to work with. But it was also giving me the lone wolf type of energy, where a lot of you might be like, okay, well, I'm going to do it myself, or I need to do this myself. So there might be certain things you're going through, certain things you're doing where you feel like you have to do it alone, okay? Like you don't want other people to witness it or experience it. For whatever reason, whether it's optics or otherwise, you feel like you have to do it for yourself, okay? Now moving to the center, we have the Seven of Wands with the Two of Swords in reverse. This energy could represent mystery and confusion, and it's like, no, yeah, well, I'm not really confused. This is a little bit of a struggle. I'm not confused, and I really don't care about what this person thinks or what that person says. There's no secrecy here. What you see is what you get type of energy. But I am getting the energy pushing forward. It's like, I want this. I want this. I'm going to keep moving towards it. Okay, so this could be really representing a goal of yours. When I see the Two of Swords in reverse, this represents clarity to me. So you know what you want to fight for. You know what your end goal is, and you're pushing towards it. But now we have this little bit of a block as we get to the back end, Libra, because we have the Hanged Man with the Ace of Wands in the upright. Now, the one thing I love about this is where I did say the energy seems like there's a blockage or something that might feel a little insurmountable at the time. This Ace of Wands passion is the spark that you need. It's a spark and it's there. So when I see it underneath this Hanged Man, I'm getting the vibe of someone putting a fire under their butt. It's like, all right, well, let's get this going. Let's get it moving. There could be something within you that finally sets that blockage free in one way or another. And I do feel like it's more for the positive. So when you stop resisting something, or when you stop trying to fight so hard, that's when this energy is going to free up. That's when this situation is going to improve. Don't fight against it. Go with the flow. That's like a big thing I feel like spirits want you to know here with this Hanged Man. Another thing I'm picking up here is like, okay, well, just because you don't see action, just because you don't see improvement or movement here doesn't mean that progress isn't being made. I feel like for some of you, you need to hear that as well. It's like, all right, well, just because you don't see it right now, or just because you don't feel the progress being made doesn't mean it's not happening. Even though it seems like the Hanged Man, it's building up steam. Okay, so there could be a breakthrough that's being built up for, which I really, really like, Libra. So overall, I think this is a nice claimable spread. I would say, though, what Spirit wants you to know is like, yeah, be sure about what you want and where you want to go. If you feel like you need to do something in solitude, do what you got to do, but watch out for authority figures for sure, especially in regards to work and group situations. So please take a screenshot. Interesting reading here, Libra. We're going to keep it moving. Let's get it going to the Scorpios. Get a couple of shuffles here. And it is Scorpio season at the time of this filming, my friends. So happy birthday. You know, I always wish everyone a happy birthday. Let's see what we got for Scorpio gang. And you already know I'm a Scorpio moon. I brag about it in every damn Scorpio reading. So let's see what we have for the Scorpios, my gods. What does Scorpio need to know? And we are 2/3 through the all sign reading, my friends. And once again, please feel free to go through, check them out again, watch them, watch the whole Zodiac if you want. But let's see what we have for Scorpio. And if you want to share this with the other subscribers, you just let me know. But let's see what's happening. Okay. Now I'm feeling the energy shift from the Libra one. What do we have for Scorpio? Thank you. Yeah, King of Pentacles could be a big focus on business, money, work. I like the King of Pentacles energy right here on the front end. Let's get a couple more. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. Scorpio, I'm going to try to not get too excited here for us, my friends. Love me the Wheel of Fortune in the center of a spread. Could be karmic, it could be sudden change here. King of Wands, yeah, there's a lot of control. So whether you have more control over a situation than you think, or Spirit could be, I feel like this is good. I feel like this is good, Scorpio. Let's get a few more, then we'll really build this out. But you might feel like you're either getting control of yourself or a situation. It's like, yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, Tower in reverse underneath this King of Pentacles, like really starting to stabilize from something, which is nice. Eight of Pentacles. So there are connections to business and work, which is, I don't want to say it's odd, because a lot of the signs I've been looking at, not much stuff in regards to work has been showing up for the whole zodiac, but it seems like yours might have those links. Thank you. The King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself, without a beard, showing up underneath this King of Wands. So Scorpio, we need to really talk about how this spread is looking for us here. As far as what you need to know, I say kings always represent control of their respective suit. We have 3 of the 4 suits here. So we have earth energy, we have fire, we have water. All 3 of those kings are showing up here. So whether it is you trying to get something under control, or spirit saying like, hey, you got this, you have more control than you think you do. Like, you are good, you are on a very positive path. When I see a lot of kings in their upright, powerful type of energy, it's like, all right, well, even if there are towers, even if there are things that seem a little off, like Scorpio's good, they got this. They got it under control, they have it in hand. Like, this is nice. But let's go through one by one, and I really, really like that we have this Wheel of Fortune. And even this Tower, the fact that it's in reverse feels good to me, okay? We do have the links to work and business, but on the top, yeah, this just sweeps through in a very positive way, where you may have been set in your thought process or set on something, then this sudden wheel energy comes in, and it's like, okay, oh, well, now this makes me burn red hot. This gives me passion. So you could be discovering new passions, whether it's with people, hobbies, whatever it might be. There's a feeling of discovery I'm picking up here. In the front end, let's go piece by piece. The King of Pentacles, pardon me, with the Tower in reverse. Hopefully you're not having issues with an earth sign here, or issues in regards to work and stuff like that. But when I get the Tower in reverse, or the Tower in general, this is Scorpio energy. Okay, it's a bit of a scary card, but it does represent us, my friends. The fact that it's in reverse could represent a Tower moment that's already happened, a shock that's already happened, a fallout that's already happened. But I'm getting a stabilizing. So the energy itself, regardless of what you've been going through right now, business, romance, or otherwise, could really be stabilizing underneath the surface, even if you don't quite see it. And with all this king energy surrounding it, even if we had like the 10 of swords, 9 of swords, Tower in the upright, even if we had all that, it's like this king energy counterbalances it. So I feel for a lot of you, you could really steer the ship with a situation or your life in general, okay? You might have a lot more choices and options than you really think you do, Scorpio. Moving to the center, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the 8 of Pentacles in the upright. You might do something, you might make a move, make a choice or a decision that you could be a little iffy about it, but you're going to be very happy that you did. It's like, okay, well, finally, what I've been working for comes to fruition. 8 of Pentacles, once again, it could be work and business. It's a card of effort. But I feel for a lot of you, you could make a choice, a decision, or an action that you were going to thank yourself for later on down the line. Okay, so whether it's something you've already did or it's something that you're going to do soon, it's like you're going to thank yourself for that in the future. This feels really good. It's like, all right, yeah, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I made that move. But another thing I'm picking up here is that energy of a breakthrough. Something breaking through for you, putting effort forth, putting effort towards something, then finally this energy kicks in. Now getting to the back end, we have the double king showing up. We have the King of Wands, fire sign energy with the King of Cups and the beverage, which is one of your cards, my friends. So we talk about the control of one's passions. We talk about the control of one's emotions and material assets. When I get this, I'm getting that self-discovery and new things lighting a fire within you. So in this time, as I said, whether it's different hobbies, different work things, different goals, different people, there could be a lot of things that are like making you feel refreshed and rejuvenated in this time. Just know overall, I think the main message for Spirit when we look at your spread, Scorpio, is like, okay, you have more control in a situation than you think you do, even if it feels like you don't. The energy is starting to stabilize, and you're going to thank yourself for how you acted in the future, okay? Or you're going to thank someone for how they acted. I'm just picking that up in a very strong way. I like this energy, Scorpio. Please take a screenshot of it. Let's keep it moving, though. We're going to gather these cards up and move into the Sagittarius collective. I like it. So what do we have for Saggy? We're going to get a couple shuffles in here for you, my friends. Okay, last of the fire signs. So what's happening with my Saggies? We're getting close to Saggy season, my friends. I hope you're making birthday plans and all that. So what does Sagittarius need to know, my guides? What does Sagittarius need to know? Please. I might need to take a sip of water in a minute here, my friends. I hope you don't mind. Let's see what we have for Saggy. We've got a couple of shuffles. What's going on? Saggy energy I usually work very well with. We have Page of Cups energy in the front end. Communication, talking, I like this. This could be some sort of conversation that is going to be had or needs to be had. Water sign energy leading us off. What do we have for Saggy? What does Saggy need to know? Thank you. All right. Once again, I'm going to try my best here not to get overly ambitious or overly excited with what I'm getting. But there's good energy for new here. Okay, whether it's a new beginning, a new cycle of some sort. 9 of Pentacles here on the back end. So a big focus on the Pentacles for you now as well, which we were having for Scorpio. Lots of individuals here. We have the King of Swords in the upright. Is this a planned talk or a planned message or a planned conversation here? Like, to me, it doesn't feel like something out of the blue. And just as I say it, the 8 of Wands shows up. Where like one energy is a little more strategic and planned and determined. The other one is like, go with the flow. So this could be 2 separate approaches to something that Spirit could be saying like, hey, either way, it's going to be fine. Okay, there's someone who doesn't want to be alone over here on the back end with the 10 of Wands in the upright underneath this 9 of Pentacles. I'm picking up a lot of things here, Saggy. Let's go through. I'll give you a quick overview of how it's looking. Now, on the top end, this looks really good with the Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Could be a big focus on work and business, money, stuff like that. But both of these cards could represent communication, the Page and the Ace. These cards are also indicative of new things, whether they're new opportunities or new cycles you're moving into. It's fresh type of energy. So for a lot of you, there could be something that feels refreshed, rejuvenated, which I really like. But the independence here with the 9 of Pentacles could just represent firm and abundant, someone like really sticking to their roots. So we kind of have this energy here where like there's a lot of this fresh energy, this new energy, new approaches, and this one on the back end where it's like resistant to change. So there could be certain changes you're going through that you're resistant to, or someone you're connected to that's resistant to the changes that are being made for whatever reason. But let's go through one by one. Position number 1, lots of individuals that could be here. We have the Page of Cups with the King of Swords in the upright. If you're not connected to a water or an air sign here, it's somebody that is like planning to talk to someone or planning a message. It's not like fly by night. It's not spontaneous. It's like, okay, well, I need to have this talk. I need to have this conversation, or there's something I need to say that I want to get off my chest. And with this King of Swords energy, it can be a little stern, right? Someone might want to speak their piece, say how they're feeling, and it could be a little strict. Okay, so it could be something of a serious topic, but a big vibe here, like to me, I'm getting like this image of somebody practicing what they're going to say. Like, you know, people that practice speeches in a mirror, like something like that. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to start the conversation by saying this, write notes. I'm going to start it this way. Then I'm going to go to this. Then I'm going to go to that. It's like somebody planning a communication. Moving to the center, though, we have the Ace of Pentacles with the 8 of Wands. This opportunity coming in like a rocket. 3 of the 6 cards here are all about communicating openly and freely. So hopefully you're not having blocks in those areas, because if Spirit's saying like, hey, what you need to know, you might need to get something off your chest, or you might need to have a talk with someone. But this Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, like something's rushing in quick. Some sort of opportunities coming in, and it's like limited time only. So just know that's another thing Spirit could be saying, like something good's being lined up, something good's coming in, limited time only though. Like you got to jump on this. Moving to the back end, we have the 9 of Pentacles with the 10 of Wands in the upright. There could be something you're very determined to see through. Okay, so whether it's something with yourself or it's something in a situation, it's like, all right, I will see this through. I'm set on it. I'm going to do it. I don't care how heavy it is. I don't care how much it takes. I'm going to see this through. I'm not going to let all this distract me. So in that case, that would be a good energy. But I was feeling a couple other things here on the back end. One is resistant to new and resistant to change. But another big thing I was picking up with this 10 of Wands under the 9 of Pentacles is someone like, all right, well, I don't want to be independent. Like, yeah, being independent's cool, but I want more people around. Like, I want this person around. I want that person around. So this could be the energy of someone being tired of being independent, okay? Or, I mean, it's never a bad thing to be independent or self-reliant. That's just the energy I'm picking up here, though. So take from it what you will, my friends, or you obviously don't have to take it at all. You can look through the rest of the zodiac and look at those readings as well. But yeah, if you want to take a screenshot and look into it further, please do. So let's keep it moving. We're going to move over to the Capricorns. And before we do, I'm just going to take a little sip of water here. Okay, we're 9 deep, so I need a little sip. And this is not an advertisement, my friends. Let's see what we have for the lovely Cappies here. What does Capricorn need to know? Gods and Spirit team. What does Capricorn need to know? I want to make sure I get this deck shuffled pretty well for you, right? Even though I only read jumpers, I always like to mix up the energy. And usually for the readings that I do pre-filmed for the zodiac, I do like a little pre-shuffling before I start the reading. Okay. You know, I always shuffle during the reading. I always like to pre-shuffle it, get everything mixed up real nice. There's something about the randomness of the cards that it's a nice draw for me. So let's see what's up with the Cappies, please. Let's get 6 cards. What does Capricorn need to know? Okay. Hermit. Virgo energy here, my friends. You might be in hermit mode purposely or even not purposely. It really depends. Let's get a few more. Okay. These cards popped out together. What are these delays, Capricorn? What are these delays and stoppages? We have the Hanged Man in the upright. A lot of Virgo energy here, more so than usual. And you also have the High Priestess right here on the back end. All major arcana so far. These are very powerful energies, but they're still. So I want to see what shows up underneath them. Like, these are not moving. They're not budging. So whether that's a mode you're in, a mode in manner you're in, it's like, no, well, I'm not going to change my mind. I'm not going to change how, like, it's firm. Something is firmly entrenched in this energy, okay? So whether it's someone's feelings or otherwise, okay? World in reverse, okay? Yeah, what? All this energy of the past. Somebody here is really stuck in the past here. And once again, I'm not saying that's you. Remember, this could be you or someone you're linked to, but with the 6 of Cups and then the World in reverse underneath these still cards, whether it's people mirroring each other, that's a big possibility, because we could be looking at 2 people doing the same damn thing. Yeah, someone's trying to work something out here. We have the Devil in reverse underneath this High Priestess. Interesting stuff. So let's talk about this. And Capricorn, just to mention, if you look at this spread, what you need to know, there is a card that could represent you here as well, but 5 of the 6 cards are major arcana. These are extremely powerful threads that could be moving through your life. Now, on the top row, let's go through it. With the Hermit, the Hanged Man, the High Priestess, we have a lot of different zodiac signs that could be showing up, but the common denominator with all those cards is they are not moving. They are not budging. So whether that's something you're purposely doing, maybe you're in hermit mode or stopping something for whatever reason, but let's try to really peel this back. Hermit and the Hanged Man both could represent Virgo. This one could also represent Scorpio. When we go to the High Priestess, I see her as all water signs, but it really focuses in on Pisces. Extremely spiritual as well. So for some Capricorns, you might be highly focused on your inner well-being and your spiritual well-being. There could be a spiritual journey that you're going through. And even though there's not a lot of physical energy here, there's a lot of energetic action happening, right? Well, not a lot of physical action, tons of energetic action. And I did say with these first 2 alignments, it could be 2 people mirroring each other as well, thinking back, walking down memory lane, thinking past memories. But let's go through one by one. Under the Hermit, we have the 6 of Cups. This could represent soul connections or people that we have a ton of history with, okay? But to me, this is a big card of reflecting back on past memories. If it's not representing a Virgo soul tie that you have, whether good, bad, or indifferent. And I do feel it's somebody trying to look at things in a more positive way or a more positive fashion with this 6 of Cups. But this is somebody that's, they can't resolve something from the past, or they're not willing to let something from the past go, whether it's someone or something, like it's entrenched. And I've been picking that up here. Even if these two energies are mirroring each other, like they're both entrenched and doing the same thing, even if they don't realize it. Now, this could just be a double down of the same energy. It's like, okay, well, this is where I started. This is where I still am. I need to possibly release something when we get to the back end. But the World in Reverse is another card of the past to me. It represents karmic cycles. It represents the close of a journey. When I see it in reverse, to me, it's one that may have already happened. And with the Hanged Man here, there is somebody analyzing it. There's somebody analyzing a situation where how something elapsed, like possibly overthinking and overanalyzing it. Like, all right, well, what did I miss? How could I not see it? How could I not see this when it was happening? Why do I see it now, but I didn't know it back then? Like, I'm picking up things like that. So just know, like, if this isn't your energy, there could be someone you're connected to that is like really in that mode, where it's like they're really thinking about all the details, overanalyzing things, and there's just this, I don't want to say it's someone completely stuck in the past, but these energies are trying to resolve it. But the thing is, they're trying to resolve it on their own, right? Like, these are both solitude type of energies, even with the High Priestess. So each one of these rows, there's a level of solitude here. On the back end, we have the High Priestess with the Devil in reverse. This is a card that is one of your power cards. Notice it's in reverse, though. So maybe Spirit is asking you to really reconnect with your inner voice, listen to your intuition about something, go with your gut. For a lot of you, there's this extremely powerful spiritual tie that we have throughout this whole entire spread. So whatever difficulties and problems you're going through right now, Spirit could be asking you to lean into your spirituality. Whatever it might be could really help you through a difficult time. And when I see the Devil in reverse, there is something that somebody's trying to resolve, okay, within themselves. And they're not looking for help. They don't want help. It's like, okay, well, I know what's wrong. I know what the problem is. I know the situation I'm going through, and I will work this out myself. That's just the vibe I'm picking up. So Capricorn, I know it's like all these are very similar in their own ways, but there's not a ton of movement here, and there's a lot of mirroring happening and a lot of solitude. So whatever you needed to know that for, Spirit is triple reinforcing it here, my friends. Please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. And once again, just to mention, even though I said there's not a lot of physical action, there's a ton of energetic connection. Like, the energy and the emotion is still connected here on a very deep level. Okay, if that wasn't the case, there wouldn't be mirroring. But let's keep it moving here. We're going to go in on Aquarius. That was definitely an intriguing spread there, Capricorn. What's happening with Aquarius, please? And sometimes non-movement, back to Capricorn, sometimes non-movement is okay, and that's a good thing to do. Right? You don't always have to be on the go and changing this and changing that and taking action. Sometimes it's good to mellow out, right? Sometimes it's good to reflect on the past. Think about the things you've accomplished or the things you've been through. What does Aquarius need to know? Oh God, Spirit team. What does Aquarius need to know? I feel like we need another shuffle here before I fully start pulling cards. Okay, we got Aquarius, then we'll move on over to Pisces, and then I will just pull a really super quick spread for the collective in general. Get you cards from Spirit. But what do we have for Aquarius? Thank you. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, if you're connected to an Aries, this was the first card of the Aries spread as well. There could be somebody in their feels a little bit here. Okay. Eight of Wands, communication, conversation. If there's something bothering you, you got to talk about it, okay? So the squeaky wheel gets the grease. For some reason, I feel like I need to say, there's something you're not liking or something you want to do or resolve, you got to make some noise about it here. I'm already picking up. We have the Seven of Pentacles, karmic energy. Could be some blockages here. Okay. And, oh, man, I'm getting this again for you as well. I got it for Capricorn. I'm picking up a mirroring type of energy. We have the Three of Pentacles, lots of Pentacles here for you, Aquarius. So these are firm energies. King of Swords. A lot of similar cards that were in the fire signs. So if you're connected to a fire sign, Aquarius, you might want to cross-watch those because I'm seeing a lot of similarities for your spread. Thank you. Okay. So another similarity is I'm seeing something going good in the end here. And when I look at this spread overall, Aquarius, there is something that you could really be wanting to like get moving. Like, let's get it moving. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get this going, especially with this centerpiece here. Now, when I look at this spread overall, I have to mention that 3 of the 6 cards are pentacles. That could be a focus on the work, the monetary, the material, the family, all that stuff. But I am picking that up. There is someone that might feel a little isolated. There could be someone feeling separated from a group, especially with this front end, or like there's a lonesomeness here. Okay, so it doesn't mean it has to be you. It could be someone you're linked to that's feeling feelings of loneliness, but needs to break out of the shell. And I see somebody waiting on it. Okay, like it's like, all right, well, I don't like this. I don't like how this feels. Let's talk about it. This back end is like waiting on that communication, possibly with the way this energy flows. It's like this one's waiting on that one. But let's go through piece by piece and really start to break it down. Position number 1, the 5 of Pentacles with the 3 of Pentacles in the upright. This is a big card of work. It's a big card of groups, individuals, people that you're connected to, friends, family. So when I see this 5 of Pentacles, it's either spirit saying like, hey, someone in your circle, someone you were very close to is going through a very, very difficult time right now. They could be hurting, they could be in their feels. If this could just be disgruntled energies with work as well. Like you might be fed up to here with a work situation or a money situation in general. That's a big possibility as well. But a big thing I'm picking up intuitively is like, yeah, there's this inherent loneliness, even if there's other people around, or there are people you could talk to, or there are people that you could lean on. There's someone who has those resources or wants them, but there's still that isolation. And it could be purposeful. There might be someone purposely isolating or pulling back. Now, when we get to the center, we have the 8 of Wands with the King of Swords in the upright. Doesn't matter male, female, or anything in between. King of Swords could represent you or another air sign. It's determined. So you might have a plan of action. You might have a plan of attack in your mind. Like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. This is how I'm going to take action. And you might really want to make it happen. So after a time of waiting and planning and strategizing, I do feel either you or someone else making a really big move, and it really escalating things very quickly, which can be nice. So if you're here, if you're in these feelings right now, you could expect to move out of them very, very rapidly. Once things start improving or moving forward, they're going to like snowball very, very quickly here. And I think you instinctively might know that. Now, the 8 of Wands is talking and communicating. There could be someone that really wants to hear from you, or really wants to speak to you. Or if you're feeling these feelings, you might need to make it known. I've been saying that since the very beginning. So Spirit could be saying that's what you need to know. If that's not it, somebody could be waiting on you. Okay. Now, the 6 of Wands. This is a victorious energy to me. So when I see it underneath a card like the 7 of Pentacles, it's like, all right, it was worth the wait. Okay, it was worth the wait. It was worth the patience. Something finally coming through. No more of this 5 of Pentacles energy. It's like, okay, victory at last. So this is a win in the end, or something being worth the wait. Okay, so if you're going through a tough situation, a struggle or something, it was meant to be for one reason or another, but the journey itself will be worth it because there's that beautiful win in the end. So Aquarius, overall, I think it looks good aside from the little choppiness there. Please take a screenshot of that and rewatch it if you want as well. Let's keep moving over. We're going to get into Pisces real quick and see what's happening for the Pisceans, my rising sign. What do we have for the lovely Pisces here? My guides and spirit team. Get a couple good shuffles here for you, my friends. What's happening with Pisces? Okay. I'm already picking up energies before I even started shuffling cards out. Let's get one more shuffle at least. Picking up Emperor energy here. All right. Yeah, the deck wants to talk already. It's like, all right, don't shuffle me anymore. Okay. I'll take it. What do we have here for Pisces? What does Pisces need to know? What do you have for the Pisceans, please? All right. Well, you wanted me to stop shuffling. Now you're not spitting any cards out. Okay, there we go. All right, Page of Cups. Yeah, this is Piscean energy right here. Right here, right in the front. Let's get a couple more and start really piecing that together. Lots of communication. Wheel for Pisces, good. Good God. We have the Wheel of Fortune after this Page of Cups. Love it. This could be really good news. I don't want to speak. I don't want to speak on it too much. Just all right. We have the Eight of Cups. So something could go one way or another. All right. There could be a situation you're going through that could have like huge, massive possibilities, or it could go the other way. And it might be up in the air. That's something Spirit could be saying right now. Like, all right, this situation's still up in the air. It's not decided yet. Okay, Nine of Wands. Possible communication issues. Why does that card feel like the Hermit to me? Like this Page of Cups, Nine of Wands feels like Hermit-like type of energy to me. Okay, long-lasting happiness is showing up here, Pisces, which is good. Let's see what that Eight of Cups is about, though, right? Because that's like the fly in the ointment. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say that because the Eight of Cups isn't a bad card. Okay, we have Strength in reverse. Yeah, this is a runner type of energy. There's the energy of somebody that's like a bit of a runner or that tries to run and escape their problems by like making themselves scarce. Take that for whatever it's worth. But let's go through this whole spread because I feel like this is very complex for an all-sign reading, Pisces. Can't wait to do yours this upcoming weekend. But when we look at the top row, we have the Page of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Cups. Lots of action and movement here. These are all action cards. They're very flow-based types of energies. We have this one that could be representing you, the karmic wheel, the sudden change into the Eight of Cups. So there is some sort of action that can and will be happening, but let's piece it all together one by one, okay? Because there's a possibility for long-lasting happiness here for a lot of Pisceans. Now, in position number one, the Page of Cups with the Nine of Wands. For some of you, you might be acting very protective in this time of yourself, of your energy, of the people around you. You might be a little extra on guard for whatever reason. It could also be territorial, but when I see this Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior, they've been through a thing or two. So watch out for communication blockages underneath this Page of Cups. But it was giving me that Hermit type of energy as well. So if we're talking about your energy, you might be taking a step back or withdrawing your energy in one way or another. Just watch out for the miscommunications. That could be it for sure. And I was picking this up in the Cancer reading as well. Like you might be a lot more protective, a lot more territorial than you normally are. This is giving me like mama bear types of energies here, okay? So, which isn't a bad thing, okay? But it could just be indicative of miscommunications or communication errors, or you just being in hermit mode for whatever reason. Now, when we move to the center, we have two cards that are somewhat at odds. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant, whereas this one's always in a state of movement, cycle, flux. This Hierophant is solid, it's sturdy. We have Taurus energy showing up here. So zodiacally, we have water signs, we have Taurus, we have Leo showing up big in the Pisces energy. When I see this in the center, though, to me, it feels like luck shifting in your way. This is your luck charm. And there is a possibility for some long-lasting happiness in this time. If you make the right moves, if you make the right decisions, if things line up just so, there could be big, long-lasting implications for a lot of Pisceans in this time. And it feels really good to me, okay? There could be big changes to your regular day-to-day life and schedule coming up for a lot of you as well. I feel like that's something Spirit might want a lot of you to know. Like, listen, you might be in this Hierophant mode right now. Things might be sturdy and stable, but just know that there's going to be a lot of changes coming in for your day-to-day life and your routine when we have this, okay? It's not bad. These are very spiritual cards as well, but let's keep moving. When I get to this Eight of Cups, this is where I get a little skeptical about the spread because we have the Strength card in reverse. There could be possibly someone falling back into old behaviors or old ways of being. And when I see this, it's somebody doing something because they just can't help it. That's just the vibe I'm getting. When I get Strength in reverse, it's like, okay, yeah, I don't really have the staying power. I don't really have the determination to see something through. And it was also giving me runner type of energy on the back end with the Eight of Cups and Strength in reverse. So there might be someone around you that is a little scared or a little cowardly. I don't want to use the word coward, but it's like someone when the going gets tough, they get going. It's like, all right, the going's getting tough, bye, like split. So this is the energy of someone that has split or will split. Maybe you're perceiving them as weak, okay? Or it could be vice versa. Always remember that. But it feels like round and round we go as well. Whereas like this energy split and it's not splitting forever. It's going to swing back. So just know like if and when this person or energy comes back around, not much will have changed. It's like, all right, it's going to be more of the same This person, they didn't put this strength card in the upright. Okay, so if there is someone in your life that's a bit of a runner, that does the dip splits and stuff like that, not much will change when they swing back around, because I could see that with the wheel. Absolutely. And this person, they can't help it for whatever reason. Like, it's just ingrained in them for whatever reason. So Pisces, please take a screenshot. I mean, I wish it was all positive. Like, there are good possibilities where something could go really, really well, or it could get a little dicey. But yeah, please take a screenshot of that. I'm just going to pull 3 quick cards for the whole collective, though, just to put the cherry on top of the reading. You know me, I always need to put a quick end to the reading. So let's get 3 cards here. What do we have from Spirit? What do you have from my gods? What advice, or what does the whole collective need to know? What does the whole collective need to know, please and thank you? Okay, 1. Hermit, yeah, there's that retracted, pulled back type of energy. Maybe there is something you should pull back from. Ace of Pentacles, good. Yeah, waiting on the right time. For some of you, might need to know the timing with something. Just, it's not time yet. Like something, it's not quite done baking just yet, and that doesn't mean it's never going to happen. I feel like that's a message when we're looking for the whole collective. Spirit might want to say, like, all right, if you're in hermit mode, the Ace of Pentacles will come, the Magician will come, keep manifesting, keep creating, but just know, like, the time's not quite right just yet. It just needs a little bit more time. Okay, so for whatever situations you're going through, it hasn't fully matured yet for whatever reason. Doesn't mean it's never going to happen, though. Keep that manifesting. Know that you're a creator being. Know that you can create your reality. We're all co-creators, right, my friends? But yeah, that's what I have for you. I hope you all enjoyed it. And yeah, remember, let me know down below if you think in a few days we should share this with the rest of the subscribers. Obviously, if you all want to keep it to yourself, you are more than entitled. This is your reading to do with what you wish. So my friends, thank you so much again. I'll see you next time.